Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. This up to the 30-yard line. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
Defenses always have a goal of holding a runner under 100 yards. Well, he went over 150 last week, won NFC Player of the Week award honors. And guess what? He's got a chance to do it again because of that vision he has. He sees holes that maybe don't exist.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Back to Walker on 1st down.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
When you look at this defense,
they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
Here's Mills.
Pressure, and down he goes. Isaiah Foskey in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 36.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown! Alvin Kamara with a milestone. Career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list.
And the Golden Eagles put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And they are over 500 for the season, 4-3. They got back above 500 with a victory last week. And, Charles, you think this is a very important week for them, do you not?
I certainly do, because when you start to do the math, and yes, I'm using my fingers to count. If you're 4-4 at the midway point, let's say you're saying 10 wins is your cutoff line for a playoff berth. It's usually right around that number. A loss here, all of a sudden you got to go 6-2 down the stretch just to reach 10 wins. That means this game is vital.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Walker hitting the ball is out. And it looks like one of the DBs has it.
Well, they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. So a first-quarter fumble in the rain, and this isn't supposed to let up. They've had flash flood warnings just west of here, so they better get used to this.
And it's hard to do real early in the game because you're so amped up and you're trying to do so much. You've got to get used to it, though. You've got to focus in on the ball, make sure you're taking care of it. That one cost them.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21.
He was brought down there by Julian Love. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
Yeah, we're definitely in top form and pitched a shutout, as a matter of fact. That's the cherry on top of a great week of preparation. And you know what? These guys are eager to keep it going. So motivation this week, not an issue.
Now a play fake. Carr.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Kamara up the middle. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Again, it's Kamara. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Kamara is in for a touchdown. So he had the nice run to get him down there. Was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
See some head shaking on that defensive sideline because so much focus on taking away what he did last week as NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Big gain there for him to start.
I love your observation because you would think they'd be prepared for it after what he did the previous week. But sometimes that skill set actually intimidates a defense, and he used it to his great advantage.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Now 2nd and 5. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
68 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Looking to throw is Mills.
Buying time to his left.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. Play action now. Mills sliding out of the pocket.
And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
Good coverage yet again down here by the goal line. Everyone's blanketed, and he's forced to throw it away and try and come up with something on third down.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. Mills.
And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Wreaking havoc was Nathan Shepard, the D tackle.
We're talking about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down.
Second quarter now, San Antonio in possession as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw complete there to Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Ready. Cycle. Set, go.
Here's Kamara out of the pistol. A little juke. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 27-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Shotgun now for Carr. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Set, punt. Ready.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. Fights loose. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And he fires one incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Here we go. Set.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Set.
Now Lance on the option right. And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by this Seahawk defense. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Throwing his car on 3rd down. Locates Kamara on the out route. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the
Mills hit, and he loses the ball. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered, because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
And then you're yelling at your own defense, sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Out of his end zone, Mills going for Metcalf on the deep ball. It got his man complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. DK Metcalf, and all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They go play action. Mills. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Off the play fake, Mills. Right side and caught by Kohler. And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus
And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Throwing, Mills.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
The strong windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. So on 4th down, here's Jason Myers for the Seahawk field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Myers' kick is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
Ready, set.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with an 8-point lead, probably not too much of an impetus to try and do too much here.
Ready.
They'll start with the option. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. From the gun, it's Carr. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And this was a little bit of the knock on him coming out of college. Sometimes the concentration could wander a bit. This should have been a big play, but somehow he's not able to corral it.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
29. 29.
Carr. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. And this will stay a 1-score game as the lead holds at 8.
I don't care who you are. 60 yards is a very ambitious attempt. Hard to make even in practice in the best of conditions. And now, worst of all, you give the other guys the ball to start their drive at midfield.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
Easy, kill. What's up?
Carr to throw on 2nd down. Drops this up to Kamara out of the backfield.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends.
And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. So they bring out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That's taken it around the 40. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Now Mills. He completes this to Walker.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
To throw, Mills. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor.
And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you'll have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
They'll run it again with Miller. There he goes, left side. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Seahawks 17-yard line. A big pickup of 38. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll give it up the middle to Miller. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Kamara trying again, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown.
Alvin Kamara,
his 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year.
And the Golden Eagles will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
The extra point up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for the touchdown.
Alvin Kamara hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year.
And the Golden Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Extra point up and through. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
From the shotgun, it's Mills.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
Play fake, Mills.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Mills to throw for it on 4th.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line.
Here's Lance. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Here we go.
And here's Kamara on the read option.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Right. Ready?
On the option right is Lance.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that fourth down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again. They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
On third down, here's Mills.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That one will go down as 33 yards on the third down conversion. And they'll throw again. Here's Mills. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Now a 2nd and 10. Play action now. Mills.
And Mills is intercepted for the third time. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. Now after the INT, it's Carr. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Golden Eagles up the lead to 4 scores now here in this fourth quarter.
When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to go up top again. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
On play action, Mills.
And his throw is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Escaping the pressure right.
Mills able to make something out of it and pick up the first down with his legs.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
On 1st and 10, Mills.
Fast, slow, it doesn't matter. If you give a quarterback enough room to escape, he can hit you for a big gain. You've got to give him a little more focus moving forward.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45.
Mills now. Throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
Mills can't get away, and down he goes. Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time, multiple guys get to it.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front seven today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Now and he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. On 1st down, Carr. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. On play action, it's Carr. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
And he held on to it too long. A coverage sack. Down he goes. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
He's got a man complete. It's a big play there for Seattle. 42 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Mills.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
A 2nd down throw from Mills.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by Alontae Taylor.
And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line.
Mills pass intercepted. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're looking at a third straight win here if they can hold on. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Carr going to throw here. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. Throwing now is Carr. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
That's pulled in at the 32. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before